you know. But I kind of see something, in this man called Larry Omodia, because it didn't work for him at the time because people were quick to. I have the MOU in front of me here. I'm gonna read it shortly. So I'm beginning to see a pattern that because things didn't work for him between him and the man, and so he seems to want to see that it doesn't work for anybody. And I don't know how we can have such a mind. What kind of a heart is that? I mean, you people quickly debunked you because they come to find out that your whole strategy or your whole structure was going to give room to a lot of scam. Because now I have here before me, you say you said 25% is going to be allocated to Aloba from the NGO that you bring in, and the remaining 75% is going to be used in the foundation. I don't understand African television. In fact, should African television even why don't people have shame in them? African television, should you be the one sitting on platform condemning people? A man that has failed in every aspect of life. If everyone is speaking, why common sense of this African TV Abilari Omodia, your sense disappeared in your brain. How do you manage your home? How do you manage your wife, your children, African television, or Larry Omodia, however they call you? Okay. Please, guys, I'm gonna bring you guys up, please. Just let me quickly address this issue of African television, and then I will open the floor. Okay, please. You guys should kindly be in the comment section for now. I'm gonna bring you guys up back. Now, this useless man they call African television, Larry Omodia. This useless, this foolish man. This man is a very useless man. He's a very, very useless man. This useless bastard they call African television. This useless man has failed in every aspect of life. You see his face like a thief. You see how he is like a thief. He come by claiming he's a broadcaster. He work in Netherlands. He work in America. He work in Belgium. African TV. How do you make sense to yourself? Listen to yourself and listen to yourself again. How do you make sense to yourself? African TV, Abilari or Modia, I don't know whatever they call yourself. I worked for my own integrity. I work for respect. I disciplined myself. Do you hear that? Let me fix this pause 1 minute. African TV, Abilari or Modia, the useless life that you live, listen to me carefully. I don't live that useless life that you live. You hear me? The useless life that you have been living all your life, I don't live like you. I am my own man. Okay? For the few years or time that you've known me, you can see how much I comport myself. Respect that name and respect that person. You hear me? I'm telling you this for the first time, and let it be the last time that I call you to place. Respect yourself and respect people's position. I don't think I've ever come to this J4M seeking for one contribution for myself or for 1% or for one formula. What the heck? What is going on with this man? What is going on with you? Larry Omodia. Can't you see you failed in every sense of life? What do you want? What do you want? Simple strategy you don't have. Look at it. I just asked Jack right now. What? Just want to know whether I'm the only one that is saying this nonsense. What can you say about African TV? He said a man with no strategy. He says no strategy. And that is at your age. No strategy to tackle a single problem at your age. African TV. The next person, last time I was tagged to a video, a man that is so jealous. He wants to become a blogger. He wants to become a TikToker. He wants to become everything. But he doesn't know that everything lies on integrity and self-discipline. You do not have any disciplinary ethic in you. African television, I be Larry or Modia, however your name is or whatever they call you. Do you hear that? Hear that and let it echo in your head or in your father's head. I don't know who trained you. I don't know where you grew up. You seem to like not be connecting with the present. You've been disconnected completely with the present. There seems to be no soul in you. There is still soul and spirit in you. I don't think you want to have Papalule as your problem. And if you want to have me as your problem, I gladly welcome you on board. I will gladly welcome you to come on board. Do we call you a witch or a cultist? What do we call you? You brought in your formula of sharing how you want to get 70, how somebody should get 25, others should get 5, others should get 10. I mean, even at that, I still preach that. Let this man be given his opportunity. Let us even see what he can bring out of the 70-30. And because you were exposed, you were completely exposed, and they have you kicked away. And right now, you have to go to the lowest. You have to go back to the gutter where you belong. You have to go back to the mud. I have never seen any organization in this life that is against accountability. African TV suddenly became against accountability so that he can, he can enjoy corruption. Why would you be against accountability? Because that has always been your strategy. Even if you were the one at the end of affair, that is how you would have represented the whole situation. No accountability. Anyone against accountability is against success. In every success, there have to be an accountability. Accountability means reporting about the things being done with transparency and accuracy. Without transparency and accuracy, you are left with corruption. You see, as a matter of fact, when this useless man called African TV, when you even mention my name, I even try to find out, I try to ask myself, what is that thing that this man can even say about me? Imagine this useless man saying Papalule is looking for relevance. African TV, are you out of your senses, Larry Omodia? Something is wrong with your papa. You're mad for your head. Larry Omodia, Ogun won't buy your papa and you dey crazy for your head. Me, I define relevant. Between me and you, who first entered this case? Between me and you, who get integrity pass for this case? Can you go live? Let me go live. And let's see who care about your nonsense life. Your betrayal life. Can you imagine? This useless man, they talk, they mention my name. African TV. You no go better for your life. African thief. You dey hear me so? This African thief. Imagine this useless man. I am talking about Berekete. My position on Berekete, right from the beginning, it has always been that I want Baba Mohbad to stand with Berekete and all these guys around him to get rid of all of them, because they are all thieves. They are the one misleading the man, causing confusion all over the places. Because I brought in a strategy that works. And they know that the moment Baba listen to what Paparano is saying and stick with Berekete, that is the end for them. They know that is the end for all of them. And they start ganging up and they start making up lies. To the point, even this lady they called Mercy Idris, I don't know, I have never offended this lady called Mercy Idris. I don't know why she is so bitter and pained about me. I don't owe this lady anything. I don't know. Guys, can somebody check on Mercy Idris? Is she okay in her head? Because when Mercy Idris used to come to this platform, she used to argue about Berekete, you know, about what to be done or not. That's the last time I remember engaging Mercy Idris. And I've always made my stand clear. I don't know where they have seen all this thing Papariano is against Baba Mohbad from being to Berekete. Are you mad in your head? Hey, Mercy Idris, you dey smoke Igboni. You dey smoke Igboni. Mercy Idris, you dey smoke Igbo for your head in it. I be something they worry your life in. Where all this useless speaking don't go carry cancer, don't get problem, everlasting problem. They go come, they find somebody where they say go give them time. Are you sick? If they ask you one thing about Papariano, can you even say anything bad about me? If I be your husband, where they fuck you for house, you know, go they proud of me for me to dey pure like this. You dey craze for your head. They have failed in every sense of life. They have failed completely. How is it that me just sitting down here and I'm just advising in the way I understand things? How can I be the one stopping Aloba from his house, stopping Berekete from his office? Who am I? Who am I? So I am this big, this powerful. Oh, I am stopping this. I am stopping that. You are sitting mad for your age. Imagine this useless man, what do you call Larry Omodia? He tried, very bitter and pained man. He moves with wickedness, and that is why he failed completely. African TV shall see no good. This useless man, he lost the light of God. No wonder they say he's a former pastor. You see, I don't like coming for people because I value relationship. The path that this useless Larry Omodia is digging, I don't think it's something that he can stand on. I don't think it's something that he wants. When I let you guys be in your space and I be in my space, it's because I respect myself. But there are limitations. When I say don't cross some certain line, I mean it. I would have preferred for you guys to wait until I useless myself. I become like you guys. Then you can come for me. Not when I compose myself, that I discipline myself. I'm trying every day how we can go forward, how things can be better. And some useless nitwit like you guys will sit down somewhere and be lamenting Papariano. It's my name that gives you guys life. Because African television, can you tell me one of your importance? Tell me your importance in J4M. What is your importance in J4M? You never supported anything good. In no way. Nothing good has ever come from you and can ever come from you. If we begin to take your children, take your family, and analyze them one by one, African television, you see, you guys are all in the desert. You are all in darkness. I saw you the way your wife was crying, shouting behind you. I said, what kind of a useless man is this? Just because you must scam people. Look at all the persons who have worked with African TV. One Jerry, whatever. Jerry, where is Jerry today? One of them even have to scam us here. These are the people that this man worked with. This old fool. He said it's called African television. I'm going to give you this as a warning. Larry Omodia. I don't know who is Omodia. I don't want to start by disrespecting this Omodia. But whoever is this Omodia that give birth to you, that bring you to this life. Wherever this Omodia is, I hope he give you sense in your head. I hope you open your head and put sense in it. Omodia. Omodia. Call your Larry. This is your boy Larry. Call and make you put sense for your head. If you not put sense for this, your Larry head. We go turn Larry to Jerry. We go turn your Larry. This your Larry like this. I'm a Larry new. Larry, I'm a Larry money. You hear like the man. You go break. You go bust your head. You mad in. You be this fool. As in, I stood my ground here when I was defending this fool. I said let everybody be given an opportunity. I'm not trying it. I know I have the integrity. I discipline myself. I have the composure. People love me. They listen to me. They don't listen to you. You are jealous. You are pained. And you will always be. No matter who tries to help this fool. This fool wants everything. He doesn't work on himself. No matter how you try to make this fool better. Larry Omodia is an example of what they say. A lizard in Nigeria will remain a lizard in Belgium, anywhere in the world. For this particular man, they said this man used to be a pastor. You know what it means? For somebody who is a pastor to becoming a nitwit. There is a man that called himself a former pastor. Can you see how God has declined him? Can you see how God has declined this man called Larry Omodia, declined him to the lowest? Who is this person chewing on my live stream? Hello, who is that person chewing? Can you take yourself down? I could ask myself, who be this Larry Omodia? He's trying to do everything TikTokers do. He wants to enjoy. But when I have seen the same way I guided other people, I guided this man. I wanted the best out of him. But this man will show to you that a pig will remain a pig. Instead of him to even improve himself, to watch how people are composed in J4M, this man keep associating with people in the pit. And that's why he never gets better. And people are watching. And I ask myself, how does this man even control his home? If at the age of this man, he can be doing what he's doing, I pity the youth of this man. Larry Omodia, I pity your youth. You are a disgrace and a shame to your generation. If at your age, this is the best you can do, I pity I pity your youth. When you see people like this, they're supposed to be a plus to the society. in their age, we're supposed to speak and people admires them. Look at the amount of bitterness that comes from this Larry Omodia. Bitter than bitter cola. This useless man is comparing Papariano to failures. I've been in this jail for 2 years now. African TV says something about me. If I was your father, wouldn't you be proud of me, African television? I'll be Larry Omodia. Ordinary foundation, you could not register. Even if they give you the money, you go spend them. You see, so many scamming activities, structures. Papariano is the one stopping all the scammers. My presence is scaring them like mad. Berekete did what was wrong. Everybody was commenting. And I also reacted to Berekete. Did I mention your papa name, Omodia? Omodia, I talked to your mama when I mentioned Berekete. Say I mentioned your mama and this useless thief. This useless thief. Did I mention your mama? This useless man. This foolish human being. Common sense, you know, they common to everybody. Body they bite them. If at this age you can't have self-control, at least if you are wise enough, this Larry Omodia, wait for me to misbehave. Make I begin do those nonsense with others they do. Then you can come and teach me how life is. But not when I'm in my best, when I'm doing my best and well composed. Please be warned. I am telling you, stay away. Do you hear me? You don't hear me, Abi? Stay away. The pedestal where we are is not meant for children, kids like you. You are a kid. You are a child. I don't remember me wanting to do anything and I ever thought of African television. I see him as a helpless man who is roaming around looking for people to destroy. But to God be the glory. I know one thing for sure. The day of your cry is getting closer. Ability causes nonsense. I dey say make you get out, get lost. Make I just day your lane in my mouth. Swear for you. If you can be this at your age, I wonder how you were a few years back. In fact, anybody that's even associating with you, with the way you are right now, African television, there are people who want to be destroyed. There are people who are digging their pits, want to be destroyed. I want to know something tangible that anyone can learn from African television. African TV, like, can you say something sensible that young people should learn from you? When you open your mouth and you speak, what should be learned from you? What should be learned from you? I just want to know what can be learned from you. Nothing. I love the fact that even Jack was corroborating. Jack said this man lacks strategy, and that answers it all. He lacks strategy. so bittered. Very pained and bittered. African TV, if you really care about human rights activists, there are people dying in Benue State. African TV, your own state where you from, where your papa come from, people they die there like water. You have never for one day condemned killings there. Anywhere we say you see sugar, you go see ants. I have always said it, Papariano, I am not a human rights activist. But I just feel like I can dedicate my platform to educate people and to lend my voice towards justice. Now you call yourself human rights activists, NGO organizations, everything. But yet, we can't feel the effect of an NGO. We only see a bastard, a casted man, or a scammer, a corrupt person. Wait till Larry Amodia thinks say Papariano stands for. When you mention Papariano, sometimes you decrease for your head. And to everyone of you mention Papariano. When you mention that name, the only thing that should come to your head is something good. Can you hear me? When you mention that name, Papariano, the only thing that should come to your head, to your thoughts, is something good. If you can't say something good, it means you don't like something good. It means you are a darkness and you represent darkness. Larry Amodia, you open your dirty mouth. You dey compare me with that witch. With that witch with one eye. You, this useless man. Out of pain and bitterness, you don't try everything. Nothing can work. You don't hate Papariano so much. Do you think that I will stop existing for your time? You that you meet me on TikTok. I should teach you how social media work, Larry Amodia. In your entire life, you're on social media. Sure, you don't even like get followers, even up to maybe 100K or even maybe up to 50K. Do you even know what it means like fans? In your entire life. If not Mobad that is giving you relevance, go check my past. I go sit down for TikTok, Papariano, educate people, monitor that, even before J4M. I do so many things, and I have that integrity and that respect. And I know you want it badly. You want to be respected like Papariano. When they mention my name for good, you want it to be your name. That is why you know my name is always a bitter thing in your head. Imagine this bastard say me I look for relevance. This useless, good forsaken man. He say me I look for relevance. Relevance. You see? So you call this one relevance. Look at Pella. Your pikin will be say your pikin where you go feel born. You know they do just for Mobado. He just they do himself, just there. Pella goes down for live stream, you go see 100,000 people go there with him. At there with 300 people, so they seek for relevance. If they put everybody with the J4M, sometimes they even pass 1,000. If not, they can't relevance where they seek for your life with that. God, I beg, give African to me, I don't want that kind of relevance. If that is what you call relevance, in this small J4M circle where we did, they seek relevance. If I'm doing myself, doing my own thing, and relevance comes, fine. But I don't force my way. You are forcing your way to be helped. I don't. I'm only saying my things, what I believe is correct. And I love people. I'm helping people. I'm going to hold myself back a little bit, right? But just know one thing for sure. There's nobody in this life that dares me. And I let them go like that. unless I just want to ignore. When I'm telling you, hey, stop. I knew how long I told IT boy, that game master. I told Gay, I say, IT guy, I don't think this is good for you. I don't think this is good for you. You don't stand against a righteous person. You don't. I know how much sacrifice I put to doing whatever I'm doing here, which you cannot and never, even if the rest of the world is giving to you. If you have the same chance I have, African TV, you will scam everybody. You will deceive people, scam them. I see you when you are in your best, the way you shine your eye like frog. You want everything. You are never pleased. You want everything. You want it all. Do you guys know what it means for a man that God was using, that was a pastor? From a pastor to a thug, to a TikTok thug. This man that you see now is like a mercenaries. I don't know who is engineering him. Maybe it's that bastard called IT guy. A fool at 40 is a fool forever. This useless, foolish Omodia. He don't try invest. He don't try. I ignore them all the time when I see them doing their meeting. And I'll be asking myself, I say, I hope these ones don't think that I am in competition with them. When I look at them, they are dying. They are in a dying corner. They are dying. They have no solution, no strategy, nothing. They can't even help themselves. They can't even help themselves. You see, when you know how to do your thing, you know it. And you will see all of them, all the failures, all the failed ones, they will now gather on one platform. And now ask myself, what is that thing that put them together? The hate of Papariano. And the bitter ones. And I thank God that we are beginning to approach the time where the good seeds will be separated from the chaff. That is what I've always wanted. I want them to do themselves by themselves. I want them to, you see, me, I will keep maintaining my composure and my integrity. I will not trespass. God knows that. But now, body will know they calm down. Now, go to trespass and I go to collect them. When we started this whole thing, about February of this particular, of last year, February last year, I was so pushed, and I wanted it at all costs that Berekete take over this case, to the point where I would be asking Gregson. I said, Gregson, why are you guys still in this case? I thought you guys said you have taken this case to Berekete. Is this case too big for Berekete to handle? I expect to see Berekete at the Corona inquest. I expect to see Berekete's lawyer at the Corona inquest. I expect to see Berekete representatives in anything G4M. I don't expect to see Gurexi, Baba Mobad, Moyua, and every other person's there. I don't, because they don't know how to do it. And they don't even have connection. Berekete has connection, yes. So I started observing Berekete. I said, come guys. If Berekete was a good man, like they say, look at this man that came to you. He doesn't have nothing. This man said he wants justice. And in front of Bamubad and the whole world, you pick up your phone, you call one lawyer, Okutekpa. And I start asking, like players, say, guys, what's up about Okutekpa? I wanted a lawyer representing Berekete, it will make a lot of sense. Any lawyer representing Berekete will only go back to the studio to give updates. Will not come on TikTok, will not go anywhere. They will not give Guresi. Guresi will not even know what is going on. Everybody will be listening to the case from Berekete. It will be difficult for it to be manipulated. Even government will be scared because they know that Berekete is there in the case. They will be scared. But you know what these people did? Guresi and co. They took this case away from Berekete. And they now came to the public asking for GoFundMe. I was so angry. If any one of you have ever heard that Papalule said no to GoFundMe, that's why I said it, that no to GoFundMe, that this is fraud. Berekete said he's a billionaire. He has a lot of money, right? And he has said that he will take charge of this case. Why is the parent coming out to seek for GoFundMe? Between Berekete and Baba Mohbad, who is lying? One person must be lying. Berekete assured the whole world that he's in charge of the case and he doesn't need a penny from the public. He even said no one should contribute. And I stood by that. And the next thing, I'm coming to see a change in the word of Berekete. And Berekete did not even stand to question Baba Mohbad. Didn't I tell you not to go do GoFundMe? Why did you take this case away from me? Berekete did not even ask any such question from Baba Mohbad. And announced that Berekete cannot be a disciplined person. A disciplined person who is a brand. If indeed Baba took this case away from him, he should tell the public. That is what they call accountability. When you make yourself a servant of the public, you make public your boss. Public is like the boss of Berekete. Public employed Berekete. He offered himself to serve for public purposes. And public embraced him. Tell me what is bad in public embracing Berekete. For what he claimed that he wanted to do. Or Berekete, don't you know? It is public who have been sustaining your Berekete family till today. Berekete, were you rich? Did you bring all your money and pour it in just from Mohbad? Sorry, I've been in your foundation. No, now. Even Very Dark Man who is there, it is because Very Dark Man is doing the right thing. Right? Public loves him for his truth. That's why they are supporting him massively. If anybody carry 1 billion put for Very Dark Man Foundation, he deserves it. Because he has discipline, he lived that kind of life. He lived that kind of life. And nobody should have issue with it. In fact, Very Dark Man became transparent to the point that he had to go and print money entering and going out of his account. He posted it in the public space. Can you see what they call transparency and accountability? A Very Dark Man who received millions, hundreds of millions of naira can create a channel and post it to the whole public. When people put money into that Very Dark Man account, they didn't tell him that, hey, we will take back our money. They didn't tell him all those things. But because people somewhere were thinking that there's a lot of money there and nothing is being achieved, no much results, right? And they were asking questions. What a rightful thinking person will do. He will not want to drag it for long because his hands are clean. He will just say, everybody see, this is what we have here. And everything will be shown down. And there will be no distraction. If there is one person right now causing distraction in this accountability, it is Joseph Aloba and his gangs. If there's nothing to hide, why don't you clear it? It will not take more than 30 minutes. Why are you dragging it for 1 month, 2, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? We have been dragging Joseph Aloba since last year for accountability, and it's not stopping anytime soon. And it will affect everything he's doing. When you are dealing with the public, you have to be ready for accountability. You see, it is a different thing if Aloba comes to the public and he said, I lost my son, okay, please, everybody, contribute to me, support me. It's a different thing. I don't think anybody will go and ask him, how did you spend the money? But when we say that we want to set up a goal for a particular purpose, and we are so committed, everybody wants to have success. There's nobody who invests their money in something in life who doesn't want profit. The profit of everybody who paid to the GoFundMe is to make sure that Mohbad gets justice, is to make sure that DNA is done, is to make sure there's investigation, is to make sure many things are done. Right? And at the end of the day, the family claim they have done all those things. Right? And the public say, okay, we are not satisfied by the result. Can we review the process? Can we review the process, how we arrived to this result? And the reviewing of that process is accountability. Give an account of how money was spent, how much was spent, how many autopsy was done. You know, this is what they call accountability. Like I give an example today. I said, imagine, let me remove this African TV. See, I don't, there are some things I don't like to do. Right? African TV, I'm warning you. I'm warning you, Larry Omodia. Larry Omodia, I'm warning you.